So it looks like Apple's design team has finally come to their senses, and this year's M1X Macbook Pros are not gonna come with a touch bar. And I hate to break it to you, Tim Cook, but nobody ever used it. I never used it. It seems like everybody who reviews it online never used it either. Basically, it just sits there on all the time, and people just use it to change the volume or change the brightness, when in reality, that's what we have the F keys for. We have F1 and F2 for the brightness, and F10 and F11 for the volume. I mean, what more do you need than that? If you're gonna use the touch bar just to look for emojis, there's a faster way just by using Control-Command Spacebar, and the emojis pop up, all of them. You don't have to scroll through them, they all show up right there, and it's searchable, so you can search for the exact emoji that you want. Keyboard shortcuts on the Mac are one of the primary reasons why people stick to Mac, and Windows has it too on some level, but the Mac shortcuts, once you get used to them, they become muscle memory. And that's why one of the biggest cons for me with a touch bar is having to take that one extra step to press the button and then press another button just to get to where you need to go. When in reality, when I'm editing a video like this, or somebody else is doing something creative, we already know where everything is, that we don't have to look down. Just having to look down and swiping to press a button is a deal breaker for us because it's making our life harder. This is not a design decision that I would see Apple doing. I mean, look at this Magic Mouse. Who signed off on the charger being on the bottom? I mean, this is something, I'm gonna assume that the person that made this design decision is the same person that brought the touch bar to the MacBook Pros. Now, right now I edit my videos on a late 2016 base model MacBook Pro. There's two reasons for that. Number one is because that's the first one that came out with the redesign and it was available. The other ones weren't. The second reason is because it came with the function keys and it doesn't come with a touch bar. The touch bar is just a useless piece of equipment on the MacBook Pro, in my opinion. I mean, you can't change the brightness. It takes 1 to 2 clicks to do anything you want to do when there's already shortcuts on the keyboard with a command and control and spacebar that you can use. And I'm surprised it's something that Apple did. I mean, it looks like something that they would leave behind and scrap in the design phase, but it came out, it was here, and it looks like Apple is going to go back to the older MacBook Pro designs, which are, quite frankly, perfect. They didn't have to be changed, but Apple decided to change them and bring some weird stuff like the touch bar. But I'm glad it's not gonna be on the new MacBook Pros. Let me know in the comments if you use a MacBook Pro with a touch bar. Do you actually use it for something? Is it actually useful? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.